What up, everybody? This your boy Black Magus, and I only got a chance to watch the latest State of Play by PlayStation, which came out on September 14th. In case you're not watching this, anytime near that date. So, took some notes, and it's funny. They pack a lot of different things in there, but at the same time, I can't say it was a lot of stuff that I am necessarily looking forward to. But there are some things that are interesting. They started off with a weird as fuck game, and it's funny because I'm looking at my notes and I literally have next to the name, what the fuck is this shit? It's a game called Baby Steps, which seems to be one of those. How can I put this? One of those games where the appeal is in the weird ragdoll like function of how you move your characters. Like the guy walks in a very awkward manner, which leads me to believe that it takes like a coordination of buttons or stick moves to execute the walking to kind of make it more difficult and challenging to play. Um, sure, whatever. It comes out summer of 2024. They announced that Roblox is going to be coming to the PlayStation 4. Um, Again, I literally wrote this in my notes. Sure, uh, that'll be here October 10th. So if you're a Roblox fan, congratulations. You get another place to play it. I never played Roblox and never saw like any appeal in playing Roblox. So for you Roblox fanatics out there, I'm sure you're doing handstands and backflips about this question mark. Yeah. And they showed a couple of PlayStation VR games, which is kind of funny because I've heard the talk about how PlayStation has come out with this new VR headset and have barely done anything to promote it or to encourage people who decided to go out and buy it to actually use the damn thing. Well, I guess these are two reasons to use the damn thing. Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord, which seems to be maybe a multiplayer game. It seems like can play with other people from what the trailer showed. That comes October 26th. And then you have the Resident Evil 4 VR mode, which they just said winter, but they also announced a couple of other things in the mix for Resident Evil 4. You will get the Separate Ways content coming, which is basically Ada Wong's story. That'll be here on the 21st of this month, September. You also will get something called the Mercenaries update on September 21st as well. So, looks like people who have Resident Evil 4 will be getting a lot more stuff to do in the game in the coming few weeks. Then they showed Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, and that kind of um, I was kind of caught off guard by that because of the fact that it's going to be a first person game. Like when I saw them break out the guns, I was really confused because so this is the first person shooter, as they had the Navi with the bow and arrow, which okay I understand, but like they're legit picking up rifles and shooting them. So I mean, okay, just wasn't what I was expecting from an Avatar game, you know. But that should be coming to your way on December 7th, I believe. So if you're interested in playing a game based on a movie that I still think is highly overrated, I'm sorry. Never got the appeal of the first Avatar, and I still have yet to see the second to see if it improved any better. But yeah, you get to now be the Navi and go around and fight the humans who are trying to take over Pandora. So good for you. Ghost Runner 2, October 26th. There is a demo out for it now, so if you want to try it out, you can. Um, that looked at that looked at Jesus Christ. Why did I say that? I'm sorry, you guys. Just for reference, I'm not feeling that well right now. My sinuses are killing me, and I'm all over the place. But that looked, not looked it, pretty good. And again, it's out on October 26th. You can play the demo right now if you so to incline to. Uh, then there was a quick little stinger showing the new colors for PlayStation 5 and the DualSense controllers. You can change the plates on the PlayStation 5. So if you want to go and do that, you now have the choice from the Deep Earth collection: Volcanic Red, Cobalt Blue, and Sterling Silver. So the red looks cool. Red's my favorite color, so of course I'm gonna say that. But I always seem to have had an affinity for the blue stuff, and the blue looks cool too. Sterling Silver looks fine too. They didn't say when it was out, but I'm gonna assume that by showing it, they're letting you know you can go ahead and grab them now. So if you're looking for a different color controller or some new plates to change the look of your PlayStation, there you go. Me personally, I hope that they will go ahead and just sell the Miles Morales plates and controller separately. I've never that's always been a pet peeve of mine with those controllers that come with special edition. I never understood why you don't see more people sell the controller. And now with the PlayStation having changeable plates, it's like just let people buy the plates and the controller that they want and have the look they want. Make so much extra money. But that's neither here nor there. There was some extended gameplay look at Helldivers 2. Seems cool. Team based. I found it funny that there's some friendly fire, so you can fuck up your teammates um, while you're playing. That'll be out on the 22nd of this month, so pretty soon. It's funny because looking at this, a lot of these games are going to be out within the next um, few weeks to month and a half. So yeah, at least they were showing things that people will get their hands on soon, for the most part. Um, they talked about Spider-Man 2, talked about the layout of the world, different places that you can go to now. You're not just confined to that part of the island. You can go to Brooklyn, things like that, Queens, stuff all over to do. Iconic places, and seamlessly switching between the characters. It seems like they're gonna do kind of the thing that they did in GTA 5, whereas when you switch, you'll catch the character that you switch to in the middle of doing something, which I always thought was a cool touch through GTA 5. So that should be pretty interesting to see. Again, that game's gonna be out soon too, because that's October 20th. So don't have much more longer to wait. Not sure how much more they're going to show of that game, because at this point, do they really need to? I think just about everybody who's bought in on Spider-Man is doesn't need to see anything else. And I think for those who are not, if you're not convinced by now, you're probably never going to be convinced, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, looks great, looks awesome. I also did see earlier something about the graphics, where each mode will have ray tracing. There'll be a couple of performance modes, one for 4K 40 and 4K 60 FPS, and then there's also the 4K 30 mode, for people who just want kind of a better visual experience, but don't really care about the frame rate. Um, so that game's shaping up to be another great installment into Insomniac's library. They've been killing it of late. Like they really, really have been killing it, and I'm glad to see that. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. Um, that will be out November 9th. Uh, and I meant to look it up. There's a game called Star Rail, and I wanted to look up and see more about that because I wasn't really sure what type of game it was from the trailer. But that'll be out October 11th. Foam Stars, which seems to be another like arena battle game. I guess everybody's still trying to capture um, the Rocket League type of success. We've had a couple of games that have done that and been able to last, but it seems like everybody's just looking for that next big arena game to add to the list. And Foam Stars is, I guess, the next attempt. Um, it's going to be an open beta on September 29th through October 1st, so we'll get to try it out and see what it's all about at the end of the month. And then they lastly showed some stuff from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Um, I mean, it looks cool. I'm still weirded out by this whole idea of Sephiroth being such a big part of the early part of the game. It weirded me out when playing the Final Fantasy remake. I don't know. I'm kind of worried because this super extra infusion of Sephiroth feels like it's going to lead to a point where I'm just going to stop giving a fuck. Like, I guess because I've never been a huge Sephiroth mark, I thought he was a cool enough villain for the way that they told the original story. But now it's just like they really, really, really want you to engage with Sephiroth, and I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like it might expose Sephiroth to be not as great as people remember him as. But that's just me. In any event, I will play the next version once I get a PS5, which I don't know when, but I definitely can't wait to get a PS5 so I can try Spider-Man 2 and just check out like all the things that I have missed in the past. In particular, Final Fantasy Integrate, I need to play because that was locked off from PS4 players. So, but yeah, overall, okay. You know, nothing really to like scream about from the state of play at all. The things to scream about are things that we've already kind of knew and things that I think people are already hyped for, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Spider-Man 2. You know, some of the stuff is interesting enough to me to check out, but it's not a big deal. I was kind of hoping to see maybe, and normally I'm not a person who pines for triple A stuff. Like, I just want to see some good and interesting games. And I saw a couple of things interesting, but not a lot that was interesting. So I can't really, give a thumbs up to this one. But as far as like what I was saying about AAA games, if there was anything that I wanted to see, I was hoping to maybe see a little on Wolverine, but I'm guessing they're still like kind of in the like, ramping up stages for that now that they've put Spider-Man 2 to rest and it's going to be out and they're no longer working on it as their like priority project, you know? So maybe in a month or two, we'll start to see some more talk and then maybe some footage of the Wolverine game to get an idea of what we're getting from Insomniac there. Um, Other than that, I can't think of anything else that I was really looking forward to see. So, you know, it was the standard PlayStation state of play. Showed you a lot of like different games from different genres. Um, I had one or two big bullet points, but for the most part, just something to just let you know what's going on and what's coming out soon. Um, and that is basically it. So yeah. So please let me know what you think of this state of play. Like, did you like it? Did you not like it? Or you like me, mostly kind of indifferent to most of the things, but was fine, seeing it. Um, like I really just don't have any like real like strong high or low opinion of it. It's just it was okay to me. But you guys tell me what you think. So as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll hit you later. This your boy Black Magus, and I'm out. Deuces.